Hey guys, welcome back to Candidly V. It's your girl V. I am back, and I just wanted to say hey. I know it's been a hot minute since I've been on here, and I know I haven't been consistent, but I'm really trying to be consistent for the rest of the year. So I did just want to say one thing. So I know a lot of people have been reaching out to me and have been asking me, when am I going to put out the next video? When am I going to be doing this? When am I going to be doing that? And if I'm being quite honest with you guys, life has been rough. It has been so rough. There is so much things going on all at the same time that, to be honest, I haven't wanted to pick up the camera and get in front of a camera and record this for you guys. I haven't had the will to do it. But it's a new day, it's a new age. I'm trying to pick myself back up, and I figured that I would come on here and try and get myself out of the funk that I've been in. So let me tell you what's been going on real quick. We sadly did have a death in our family, and that has been affecting a lot of us, and I'm not going to talk too much about it because every time I talk about it too much, I cry, and that literally happened this week. So it's been a lot, dealing with family issues and family things, and then being in quarantine. You know, there isn't really that much to do. When you're in quarantine and you're stuck at home, it's like, what do I do? There is only so much Netflix and chill we can all do. So without further ado, without me waffling on, actually, I did want to say one thing real quick. Right now, it wouldn't be right if I didn't use my platform to talk about it. And to be honest, it's something that's very dear and true to my heart. The Black Lives Matter protesting that is going on right now. So much stuff is going on in America. It's crazy. And you know, everybody is so passionate about not seeing another one or another person that looks like me to come and be a part of, well, to have police brutality taken up on you. That's not cool. It's not something I'm standing behind the Black Lives Matter movement. And so much stuff has been going on. Social media, I've been posting on my social media. A lot of other people have been posting on their social medias. A lot of bloggers that I follow, influencers that I follow, even brands. Like, these influencers have managed to get brands on board, which is fantastic. We need that type of support. But we also need some action. Like, you need to act on it. You can't just put out one funky statement and be like, okay, yeah, that's my done. I'm done. Black Lives Matter. Woohoo! Proud to people. No, that's not acceptable. That's not enough. We're not asking for that. We need more. We need action. But yeah, it wouldn't be right for me to put out a video right now at this time and not mention it. And the reason why I'm mentioning it is because, to be honest, my heart is so heavy. I did a video the other day whilst I was driving in my car, and I just wanted to talk, and I only put it on my my social media handles. I didn't post it on YouTube. I just didn't feel like I needed to do that. But my heart was heavy. It was heavy of seeing another Black person die to the hands of the police. It's sad, it's sickening, or I can say, well, no, I'm going to say Black person because I'm talking about Black people right now. Yes, we talk about minorities. We class everybody as a minority. If you got a little bit of color in your skin, you're classed as a minority. But I just want to step back for a second. You're not seeing all these minorities necessarily dying at the hands of the police. You're not seeing this constantly. But yet we're constantly seeing that Black people, Black brothers, Black sisters are dying at the hands of police for absolutely no reason. It's ridiculous. God rest his soul. The last one that we have heard about was George Floyd. And everybody knows, you know, we're taking 8-minute and 40-second silence for us all for the world to really realize that this is how long this man was on his neck. His neck, his airwaves. That is what is here. okay? You can't just be sitting on someone's neck. And then for the other officers that are right there supporting you, that are just standing around, not one has told him to get off his neck. Come on now. And you guys know you're being recorded. And there's a nurse in the audience saying, come, let me check him. Let me check that he's still breathing. The reason why you guys didn't let her check whether he was still breathing is because you already knew he was dead. Now, I don't know what to believe. Honestly, I believe that there's some kind of vendetta or some kind of something, because it don't sound right. It don't sound right. But I don't want to rant and rave and go on about that too much, because there's been so many more. It's not just him. It's all the names. It's every single one of them. And I don't want to keep naming names because, number one, we all know who they are. We've all heard it 10 million times, okay? Number two, there are lists and lists and lists of people going around and stating everybody's names. And I don't even think that list really actually holds everybody's names, because I quite frankly don't believe a piece of paper can hold them. This has been going on for so long now that, I mean, it's there. It's out there and it's happening. Reason why I'm wanting to say this is because I've noticed a lot of Black people are getting mad and frustrated and annoyed when they see that all lives matter being quoted next to the Black Lives Matter movement. Don't get me wrong. I'm 110% in belief that all lives do matter. Absolutely, 100%. I hold my hands up. I believe it. Yes, I do. And that's why I treat everybody equally and the right. And that is why I went into law. For those of you that don't know, that's new to my channel, you must know now. Now you know. I went into law. That's what I studied. I went to law school and everything. Finished. And that's what I want. Equal rights for everybody. I think everybody wants that, right? But I just think right now it's a bit insensitive to post that, just for the sake of, and I agree, all lives do matter. But right now, let's just be honest with ourselves. Can we be honest? Come on. Can we be honest with ourselves right now? Right now, we're talking about Black lives, because those are the ones that we're constantly seeing on the news that are getting killed, getting harassed, getting thrown into jail constantly. Those are the ones that we're talking about. Just give us a minute. Just give us our moment, okay? Because this is actually a really, really powerful movement that's going on right now. And it would be nice for everybody else and all the other races to just stand behind us and stand with us. And if you're not going to do that, if you're not going to stand up, like Jackie Aina says, I'm going to quote her right now, if you're not going to stand up, then shut up. There's no point. It's absolutely pointless. There's nothing you can say to make it any better. And yes, I have white friends. Yes, I have Chinese friends. Yes, I have Indian friends, Asian friends. I have friends from all different backgrounds. And I've got to say, with all my friends that I have on social media, I have not seen someone be insensitive. I have seen the all lives matter and let's all be love and, and things like LGBTs to come in. And I've seen all of that. I support it. I'm 100% behind it. However, everybody saying all lives matter and things like that, I 100% agree. I don't believe anyone's life should be taken by another man. It's just not correct. Man, woman, female, human. That's what I mean. However, sorry, battery's gonna die. Guys, how is this happening to me? Oh, get back to the people. So yes, like I was saying, Black Lives Matter, that's a movement. It's powerful. We're begging for the brands to stand behind this movement, because I feel like people are starting to take notice. Everyone's taken notice before, okay? But people are not shutting up this time. This thing has gone worldwide. Worldwide. That hasn't happened that much before. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, and that's why I'm pretty impressed. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a part of this whole looting experience and things like that. I don't think that's right. I think that you just need to chill out, okay? Chill out, take a chill pill. We ain't got to go the illegal route. Why can't we just do it like Martin Luther King and just let our voices be heard and speak up? Yes, he was assassinated, but still, his legacy lives on to this day. He got us through so much. That civil rights movement, come on now. Come on. So we're here now in the 21st century, and technology is booming at its best. And this has now hit the world, and there are protests everywhere because people are sick and tired. My heart was so heavy. I'm tired of seeing somebody else die. And, you know, with me working in the legal field and working with law enforcement every single day, I do. And to see so many people have this idea that all cops are bad, that's not true. And I really just wish and pray on your souls and your hearts for the people that do believe that are extremely mad and sad about that, because I'm just going to be real with you. There are very good cops out there. We've seen them in the protests. We've seen them calm down. We've seen them kneel with everybody else in the street. We've seen them hug people in the street. We've seen them go on social media and screaming to the top of their lungs how they feel like it's bad and that all the cops need to be charged. It's not good. And yes, we're making movements. Yes, finally, all 4 cops are in jail and all 4 cops have been charged. Okay, I gotta say this for legal purposes. He's innocent until proven guilty. However, let me just say, the video speaks for itself, and we've all seen that video 10 million times. I'm gonna just leave that right here. Being in the legal profession, if you know anyone that is in the legal profession, you know why I had to say that. Especially not when, but anyway, that's when I was about to talk a little bit too much about my own personal thoughts on this situation. And sometimes it doesn't need to be said. It speaks for itself. Everybody has their own opinion. But all cops aren't bad. There are some really good cops out there that really do support the movement too, that are black too. And just because you have a black officer does not mean they're a cop out. It just means that they're trying to provide for their family. And maybe they're actually trying to make a change. Unless you see them acting otherwise, a different way. But sometimes they're trying to make a change in a system that is failed. Sometimes you need all races in charge. You need that, because otherwise we're not going to get that equality that we're looking for. We're not going to get people sticking up for their own. And I've seen it. I've personally been a witness, and I have seen black, Hispanic, minority cops that stand up and try and help minorities, okay? And try and prevent them from getting in a worse situation than they already put themselves in. I've seen it all the time. And to be honest, I just want people to know that there are good cops out there. They're not all bad. And these people have to go home to their families as well. Just like we're going home to our families, just like we're praying every day that we go home to our families, they are doing the exact same thing. And I just want to take a minute to say thank you to everybody that has served, that is a part of the security officers, the constables, the sheriffs, the police, all of you that deal with protecting our people. I'm glad that you are there and you're actually doing what you're doing, and you're on the front lines fighting for the rest of us every single day. I thank you for the ones that have the correct intent and appreciate that. We appreciate you. To the others, I ain't got nothing else to say. To be honest, sometimes I'm a Christian, okay? I'm a Christian lady, and sometimes it hurts my heart with the things that I want to say. And to those officers that be doing that crazy stuff and think that it's okay, and they just get a slap on the wrist because they're in some conservative states with jury pools that I don't even understand what they were thinking when those trials come on. To those, you should be in jail, and the key should be thrown away. And you shouldn't be allowed to step back on outside and have your freedom like the rest of us that actually work hard every day and don't kill anybody. And we're killing people for senseless things that we haven't even checked out. Like George Floyd, counterfeit $20 that wasn't even counterfeit. Why don't we look into it first before we act like that? And he was also compliant, wasn't doing everything that the police had asked him to do. So what was the need? I would like to know. I actually would honestly like to know. I would like to know what was the need for all of these situations. We getting trigger happy out here, but we need some laws to change. We really seriously need some laws to change for officers that don't know how to uphold the law themselves. Those ones. We need some laws that needs to be changed. But let me tell you how that's going to happen, guys. And I have said this. I've said this on my social media. I've been a part of it. So that is why I am coming to you and I am begging and pleading. The same 60,000 people that were protesting for George Floyd in Houston. And I'm just talking about just Houston alone. And that's a rough number. I think it actually was more than that, but they counted as 60,000 people, which they only predicted 25,000. So, we showed up and we showed out. Let me just say. However, all those people right there, y'all need to vote. In November, we need you guys to vote. Your vote matters. People always think that everything's rigged. It's not rigged. Maybe if you vote and you take a friend to vote and you take a family member to vote and y'all all go and vote together, then maybe something will change. You guys have the power to elect the people in power that affect your life every day. The judges, the constable, all of those. You get to elect them. You have the power. And clearly, we haven't been showing out. We showed up and showed out the first time Obama was elected as president. That's when we showed up and showed out. And don't get me wrong, he managed to get a second term. And I am so proud because to this day, that is my president. Okay? However, we need you guys to do that again. We need you guys to work harder again. If you think because you had a criminal conviction that you cannot vote, that is not true. You can still vote. Go and check it out. Read up on it. Google is your best friend. Google is my best friend. Everybody uses Google. If you don't know something, you know you're going to go to Google to find that out. So please, 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 do your research and before you turn around and say, oh, I can't vote, please do your research. Because most likely it's the fact that you can go and vote. And every vote matters. We need you guys. We need you guys at the polls. We need you guys at the election. You need to show up and show out November. This work cannot just go to waste. Once it starts dying down and the news is starting to settle, you cannot stop. You still have to keep on with this initiative and keep going and keep pushing it out, because that's the only way we're going to really see a change. And the celebrity's been trying to tell you. T.I.'s been trying to tell you. Cardi B told you just the other day. Okay, there were several celebrities that have told you you need to go and vote. Please start listening. Please just go and vote. The ignorance kills me, because people don't do their research on who they're electing, and then we want to moan and complain about it when one state basically has every black goes to jail pretty much. Every minority goes to jail pretty much, for minor crimes, and then somebody white gets a slap on the wrist and let's give you a little probation and you can go. Yeah, let's stop that. Let's stop that circle that keeps on rewinding. Okay? Thank God I live in Houston. Thank God there's been a blue wave. in Houston, and we keep riding that blue wave. There's been 2 blue waves back to back in Houston, and I don't see it changing in the next election. So we just need that to spread out, spread the love, and keep on spreading further out into other states. Okay, and we're going to try and turn the whole of Texas blue. We're going to try, y'all. It's a new day and age. We're going to try. But to all the other states, you guys need to do what you need to do too. You need to go and vote. You need to vote for your president. I got a little thirsty there with that one. Whew. Anyways, enough about that. Black lives matter. All lives do matter, but Black lives matter right now. And these are the ones that we're fighting for to help and stand behind the initiative that is being projected out there on the news. So please keep going. As for COVID, it's still out there, guys. Please be safe. Go out with your face mask. Please make sure you are washing your hands. You are sanitizing things. And you keep on doing that. Just because you don't hear it on the top of the news right now does not mean it's not there. I just saw that we're going back up again. It's spiking back up. So please be safe. I also want to take a minute just to say to anybody that's reading this, or, well, not reading, what am I talking about? Watching this, my heart goes out to you and your family. For anyone that has lost a family member to COVID or still has a family member in COVID, that's still dealing with COVID in the ICU, in the hospitals, my heart goes out to you, and I constantly pray for healing and pray that people get out of it. I mean, I know we've had a lot of recoveries. I'm praying that we can keep on getting recoveries and that lives can be saved. And I just want to say, we're with you. We stand behind you. We stand next to you. I'm praying for you. And let's just hope that we can get through this, guys. It's a worldwide pandemic. And it's serious, and I don't think necessarily everyone's taking it as seriously as they need to, and that's a bit of a shame, to be honest, because we really do need to start taking it seriously. I go outside with my face mask on everywhere. The only time I don't do it is when I'm exercising, and that's because I find it hard to breathe with it on. But apart from that, I really do. I stick by it because I want to be safe and sorry, because I want to see my family, and I don't want to spread it to anybody else, you know, that comes in contact with me. So let's be mindful, because you don't know if you're a carrier. So be mindful and just be safe and just stay safe out there during this pandemic. Y'all, this was a really good girls talk, like for the first one. And to be honest, I had something completely different planned. Completely different. But we're here, and I just felt that this is a time and a day and age for me to get this out and just to speak to you, and hopefully you're listening, and hopefully you find some comfort in this message. But yeah, I don't want this video to be too long, and it's already getting on a little bit long. So I'm not going to talk about what is going to be on the next Girls Talk episode next week. I should record that hopefully in the next 2 days or so. So it will definitely be up next week. I promise. And if you don't see it, hold me accountable. I'm not going to say what day it's going to be posted, but once I have edited it, I will definitely get it up and get it out there for you guys. So I just also want to say my heart goes out to George Floyd's family at this time. I know it's extremely hard, and it's a very difficult one, and the world, as you can see, is behind you 110%. And every time I hear them speak on TV and the things that they begged Houston, do not loot. That's not what my brother would have wanted. And Houston listened. They listened. We had a peaceful, successful protest where we were heard, and we showed up and we showed out. And I am proud to be a Houstonian. I'm an adopted Houstonian, okay? So I'm proud to be an adopted Houstonian. And yeah, I couldn't have been more proud of everybody here in Houston. And I'm sure that George Floyd's family were also extremely proud of everybody here in Houston, considering seeing the videos of other cities completely trashed. And It's sad because we're in a pandemic. A lot of people have suffered already financially. Hundreds, thousands of people have lost their jobs. Okay, it's a really serious time, and for people just to go and just trash people's businesses and things like that, you know, you claim you're doing this to support Black Lives Matter, but you're destroying Black businesses too. So stop. Just stop. If you don't know what you're doing, if you haven't done your research, then just stop what you're doing, because guess what? You're going to need to go to that store, and we're going to need to go to that store at some point. So what is the point? That's not the way. It's not to be heard. You don't need to go and do illegal stuff to be heard. That's not the way, and that's not what we want. And why are we giving people something else to say? There's the black person. See that black person? See how they're acting? Yeah, they all act like that. They're all hooligans. No, I don't accept that. I don't appreciate it, and I'm not for it. So let's just stop, take a minute, take a breather, and let what's going on. And let's mourn George Floyd. Let's mourn him. Let's pray for his family. Let's pray for all of the victims, families that are still having to deal with this. And we're protesting and standing by their sides every single day. And let's try and get through this, okay, guys? So much has happened. COVID, the Black Lives Matter movement, more deaths. It's a lot. It's a lot. And let's just make sure we're all doing everything that we possibly can do to say that we tried, and we, you know, hopefully we accomplish and we overcome. So anyway, I will see you guys on the next episode of Candidly V's Girl Talk. And thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. This actually kind of gave me a little bit of a cheer up that I needed. It's been a struggle. I have not seen a smile on my face like this in a while, and the only reason I'm smiling is because I'm talking to you, and I can't cry. I don't have any more tears to shed. So that's all I'm going to talk about today, and I will see you guys on the next episode of Girls Talk. Don't forget your wine, guys. All right, see you later. Bye.